Hey now, I need to start with an apology. It's still Saturday, February 4th, and I said I credited Bill. Long story, maybe Bill will explain in one of his videos coming up why had Bill on my mind for it. I was helping him with an autograph acquisition, but this is dedicated actually to Mike Moynihan, not to Bill. So, Mike, if you're out there, I'm sorry. But enough with apologies. Let's talk about probably the original Pudge, and that is Carlton Fisk. Obviously, Hall of Famer. When we talked previously about Rick Farrell, he had the most games behind the plate catching when he retired, and Carlton Fisk, of course, took that over. That has since been passed by Hall of Famer Pudge Rodriguez. Hopefully, we'll get to one day. In addition, when he retired, he had the most home runs of any catcher. Again, that has been passed by Mike Piazza. So, but at the time of his retirement, he was probably the greatest offensive catcher of all time, arguably. Most famous, obviously, for the 1975 home run. I forgot what game it is. Game 6, right? It's game 6. Whatever. They lost the series. I mean, everyone forgets that the Reds still won the series. They all could think just about the homer and he's waving the ball fair and everything like that. So, but I digress. Carlton Fisk, very good signer. I don't want to say a great signer through the mail. I'm going to put his address below. Last I heard, he was charging $50 an autograph through the mail. In addition to that, we tried to inquire him about coming to Detroit for an event of ours, and I know he just had like double hip surgery, so he may be recuperating. So if you write to Carlton in the near future and you don't hear back, not all hope is lost. So he hopefully will get back to it. He's still in decent health. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the autograph analysis of none other than Carlton Pudge Fisk. So this is the PSA database. You're going to see a lot of two Steves here, and that Steve is the one and only Steve Grad. Steve Grad at one time thought he was the greatest. Maybe he was Carlton Fisk collector, and he was because they're both from Chicago. So you see a lot of two Steve here. Best wishes, a longtime friend, all the best. Carlton Fisk. The key thing with the Carlton Fisk, and this is a nicer one. I know that Ron in his book says it's one of the worst autographs of any Hall of Famer. I disagree because at least you can see every single name of his autograph. I mean every single letter. So to me, that's a plus if you can see every letter. So usually the C is big and open, and it kind of eats, as you can see, his first name. His Carlton kind of leans into the right, but the Fisk kind of leans back to the left. It reminds me a little. The F reminds me a little bit of Frank Thomas. Again, another Steve right here, where you can see the C kind of eating the A in the Carlton, and the F leaning back. It's a rush signature, but again, at least you're getting every letter of the autograph. Here's I don't know. I don't want to try and date this autograph. Obviously, it's a little bit earlier of an autograph. I wouldn't go back to necessarily when he was with the Red Sox. But again, the Carlton's a little nicer. The A, you can see a nice full cursive A. Usually the A's now will start inside the C. But again, the C looks like it's still eating the A. And again, the Fisk is usually this one's leaning right. As I said, you get a more modern autograph, kind of tends to lean left. Speaking of the devil, here it is. You see how the F kind of leans left and the Fisk with the slash falls down. You're looking for that fall down again from a high to a low with these signs. And again, the Carl, the C's eating the A and the L. I mean, it's a kind of not a really tough autograph necessarily to forge. The thing is, again, he's not rare at all. He's been doing signings since the day he retired. Again, these are some real early autographs of his where, again, the C, it's still eating the A, but the A is like a nice cursive and it starts behind the C, which is, again, rare. But, again, people getting his autograph today, they're not looking necessarily for early signatures of his. I mean, again, this is kind of funny. Stay fair, stay fair. I'm just reading this now. But again, I mean, it's all the same. You're seeing, again, you should be seeing every letter, the C eating the A. You want to see the F falling backwards. You want to see the dash through the F going from top to bottom like that with a nice big long slash. Again, not a rare autograph at all. This is mine. I got this, I think in 2002 or 2003. I don't remember at a paid card signing, obviously, in New York City. And again, C eating the A. You can see every letter. It's rush signature, as you can tell. But again, the F, it's not completely falling to the left. It's kind of a slant. It's tough to tell. But again, you see the high to low coming down with the Fisk. And like, if you go to eBay, I just went quickly, you could probably find a nice Carlton Fisk baseball, again, for under $100. We're looking at the sold lot listing. And again, this is a reseller, sports memorabilia, very common reseller. So, I mean, I'm just looking down. Like you can see right here for $99.99, you can see a full Carlton Fisk with the inscription. The autograph's beautiful. So, same thing with the press steel. And so, like I said, he's not a rare autograph at all. You can write to him and like you should get something back. I mean, as far as I know, he's still signing his mail actively. So, we're getting to the common Hall of Famers. We're going to turn into one of the oldest living inductees ever, and that's Elmer Flick. So until then, apologies again to Mike, and as always, keep collecting.